Hey guys, this is Murph from FK Airsoft here, and we're in Jacksonville, Florida at Battalion Airsoft Arena with Chris Webster. He's going to answer a few questions that you guys asked on our Facebook page, and he's going to tell us a few specifications of the arena.
How you guys doing? We're here with Chris Webster, owner of Battalion Airsoft Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. And Chris is going to take us around, answer some questions we have. So Chris, why don't you go ahead and lead us through this?
Well, thank you for doing this interview, first off. I love airsoft, and I've gotten into airsoft because of my love for my son, and something that we started to do at a very early age when we started playing Nerf wars, believe it or not, in my home. And that developed into buying Walmart guns and going through the whole metamorphosis of learning the ropes in airsoft, and it's developed into this love and this passion. And about 3 years ago, I took an idea to my church, to the leadership in my church, to play on their property and use it as an outreach for youth ministry. And we've had enormous success, and I've been surrounded by a team of men who love their boys as much as I do mine. And it's just been a really, really good experience. About a year ago, a company called Airsoft Barracks, located here in Jacksonville, opened up, and it changed the airsoft scene here in Jacksonville tremendously. We no longer had to go onto the internet to buy our airsoft equipment, high quality stuff anyway. Once I learned that you didn't have to go to Walmart to buy an airsoft gun. Got to know the owner, befriended him, and almost from the very beginning, Jonathan Houston, the owner, started asking me to entertain the idea of opening up an airsoft field. And I'm in a struggling industry professionally in commercial real estate, and had been teaching school for 3 years here in the Duval County school system, and I blew him off for a long time, quite frankly, and really started thinking about it and praying about it. I wrote a business plan, and for the past 8 months, Stephen, this has been my job, looking for a place to have an indoor arena. And God specifically set this building aside for me. I believe that with all my being. Had put a lot of LOIs out on other buildings that would have been disastrous, both financially and from a time perspective for me. So 2253 Dennis Street was set aside for me, and the landlord, who's just recently met him, he's a great guy, took a chance on me and this business plan that I've written, and now we're literally weeks away from opening up a 46,702 square foot arena, and it's more than just an airsoft arena here too. It's an experience. I wanted to create a place where families could come. I want to make it female friendly. We've got a 40,000 square foot player field. We've got a 6,700 square foot air conditioned, climate controlled part of the building that is really dedicated to player comfort, to player readiness. I call it a state-of-the-art ready room, because we've looked at how a player, having run events for 3 years, we've understood that if you can make a player comfortable and give him the ability to load his weapons and have a safe place for his guns and be able to turn a game quickly, all those are important components to running an event. And so we took a locker concept, for example, and we laid the locker down and took it from a vertical position and then put it horizontally. My dad who is my hero, Ernie Webster, who is really the backbone behind this business because of his skills, his support, and his abilities. He's a master woodworker. So he built this ready room table, and it's a fantastic design. We've got 110 spaces in the ready room, so that's a critical part of being able to have gameplay that you can turn fast and build up excitement, which I'm good at doing, and so it should be a lot of fun. But beyond that, we've got a 4,000 square foot player lounge that I don't think anybody else is doing in the country that I've seen. If they are, it's new to me. What I've tried to do is take this concept. Most every airsoft player loves to play video games as well. So what I've done is I've taken this idea to the next level and purchased Sony PlayStations and leather sectionals to build player pods, if you will, so that in this 4,000 square foot space we'll have a 1,000 square foot canteen restaurant. We call it the Battalion Canteen, and that will really be nothing more to me than a glorified Little League concession stand. Hot dogs, pizzas, hamburgers, bratwursts. We'll have a cheese machine for nacho cheese and things like that. Just good, fun food. Coca-Cola is going to be my drink of choice. We'll have an 8-head soda fountain in the building, and but the player lounge is really designed for player comfort, a place to come and hang, a place to come and talk about what just happened during team play and match play. Teams will be down here strategizing, hanging out. Just wanted to create a safe, fun, clean environment where players can come and enjoy the space and enjoy their friendships and enjoy their company, and make that comfortable. And then, by the way, throw a PS3 in there, and have a place where they can play Call of Duty or Modern Warfare or whatever they like to play. We've got 60 pieces of software that we can offer the gamers. So, and if it's football, I'm a big football fan. During football season, we'll have the college games on Saturday, of course, and the professional games on Sunday. We're an NFL town. We love that. I love the Jaguars. We have an opportunity to do packages and have some promotional events around, football. So it's a good place to be. I call it 46,702 square foot of pure airsoft adrenaline. So we're trying to create an experience, one its own, something that is nothing like it in the country. Certainly nothing like it in Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm excited about it.
All right, Chris. Now we got some fans on our Facebook page. They want to ask you some questions. I know a couple people were asking about air stations for gas blowbacks. Are you guys going to be offering this?
What we'd like to do is provide the player every opportunity to use whatever kind of gun that we have coming into the arena, as long as the guns meet the specific FPS requirements that we are going to have in force here. Whether it's a gas blowback, a CO2 gun, an AEG, we're going to have charging stations for that gun. So we'll just have an air charging station. We'll have an opportunity for green gas and for battery chargers to be on display. We've got some pretty high-tech battery chargers that we already have on hand now. We'll be adding to that inventory so that we can make sure that those dead batteries don't go dead for long. So. Okay,
great. So you spoke about FPS limits. Have you nailed down a specific FPS limit, and what would those FPS limits be?
Yes, we have. I've been running games for 3 years, and they've all been outdoor games, and we've not had FPS limits. We've found that rules create problems, and so I am trying to keep the gameplay as exciting as I can, as fast-paced as I can. The FPS limits they're not going to be unlimited. We have to, because we are an indoor arena. Even though we're 40,000 square feet in the player field, we're going to have a 400 FPS limit with a 25 gram BB. So It'll be spot checked by the provost marshals. We don't call them referees here at the battalion. On a military base, a provost marshal has authority over anybody on that base, and that'll be the case here. Our provost.
Also, bunch of people ask when's your opening date? You got a time frame for us?
That's a great question. That's been a moving target. You know, I wanted to be open on 11/11/11 at 11/11/11. It was a Veterans Day. It was a school holiday. It was a Friday. It was my mom's birthday. There were just great reasons to be open, and the Lord just didn't have it in His plans for me to be open that day. I'm in the permitting phase now. Our civil engineering is done. The parking lot is almost finished. The build out for the kitchen and the ADA compliance still has to take place for the bathrooms. The answer is I hope to be open mid-January with a grand opening in February. So that's where we're really pushing for now. We think the build out will be able to be completed within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, great. Now, what about if you want to hold a private party, like such as a birthday? Do you have resources available for that?
We do. We're actually sitting in a 275-foot conference room. We constructed an 18-foot table in company colors. Our battalion logo is red and gray, and so everything in the building is. We've got a color scheme that we're keeping fast to, and the door has got a partition on it that closes off. So there will be privacy in this room. The entire building is Cat 5 enabled. So the television in this room has internet access. We have PS2 and PS3 in this room for the party goer, and also for the corporate environment. We want to have team building scenarios and business meetings here.
Okay, great. Now Tim Wing, good friend of ours, he wants to know if you guys are hiring.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the Chick-fil-A business model. It's not so important for me that a prospective employee knows everything there is to know about airsoft. I'm looking more for the person who has good people skills. We're going to treat everybody that comes in our doors with respect and dignity, and that'll be something I'm looking for as we hire people. So we haven't started the interview process yet, but absolutely.